Ashley Berges joins me now from Dallas, Texas. She's a licensed clinical psychologist and host of the Celebrity Perspective on Amazon Prime. So, Ashley, it's been 26 years since World Mental Health Day began. Would you say the environment, the treatments, the conversations have improved significantly when it comes to mental health?
Elaine, I would think that they have really improved. I think that the stigma it's not completely gone away, but I think that it's easier to understand. And I think because of the global impact of mental health, I think people are getting better, but we still have a long way to go.
This year's theme, young people and mental health in a changing world. The World Health Organization says half of all mental illness begins by the age of 14. That's a pretty startling statistic. What is your take on how young people are navigating the world today?
Well, that statistic, it is kind of amazing, but I find it very real. I think at an early age, it's very easy to diagnose at that point. And I think it's really tough, especially being a young teen, young adult in the world today with technology and responsibilities. And it makes it even harder, I think, to self-cope with situations, with the anxiety, but also with what's happening around them.
Well, you mentioned technology. What about social media, something that wasn't around when I was growing up as a teenager, but do you think social media and technology has made mental illness more difficult, and conversely, can it help?
Well, I think it's two-ply. So one of the things that I talk to with my clients about trying to self-soothe and eliminate some of the issues with depression is to really get off of social media for at least a few hours a day, or even taking a whole day break, because I've seen that social media, because of its impact, especially in the teen years and in middle school and high school, there can be bullying, there can be a lot of different things going on that can impact adversely of these children. On the flip side, with technology, not including social media, but on the flip side, we have the ability to get therapy without actually having to go into a therapist's office. So somebody can use the phone or Skype or VC or any of those types of technology to actually meet with a licensed clinical psychologist or therapist and actually discuss what's going on in their day-to-day life.
So you think access has improved in recent years?
Oh, yes. Access has really improved because people don't have to go in, because it becomes such a strain. Now it's become a lot easier, and actually it's become, I think, a little bit more affordable.
What do you think the biggest misconception is when it comes to mental health that still exists right now? And what more needs to be done to move the needle forward?
I think the biggest misconception is it's their fault. It's their problem. I think that mental illness can happen to anybody. And I think that it's easy to label somebody as being insane or crazy. And those words they're just not right. And this can happen to anybody. I think we have to just get rid of that stigma and realize this person is actually not only having a mental problem, but this is actually a disease. This is a real condition. And the only way we're going to be able to change that in our society is to embrace other people and to understand where they're coming from and aid and help them any way we can to find help and to not judge them.
So what would you say is one thing everyone I can do on this World Mental Health Day? Any advice that you can give?
One thing I think you want to do is reach out to anybody you know that's going through a tough time, maybe somebody that you speak to often but seems to not be around. Oftentimes when people are very depressed, they will retreat, they will isolate, and being aware of that. But another thing is just being kind. When we're kind to people, it doesn't take that much more effort. It actually comes a lot freer to do and to be kind. And so just being kind to another person, patting them on the back, giving a smile, saying hi can go a long way to making somebody feel good. And you really don't know what kind of situation they're in. That could really make their entire day.
All right, Ashley Berges, thanks for joining us from Dallas, Texas. We appreciate it.